Part 1, Dumb and Dumber. Hello everyone. My name is Lalchan Rampasad. I am here to present a research titled Dumb and Dumber. But first, I would like to thank authorities of Sankia Television for permitting me to present this research, Dumb and Dumber. This research is to define two scriptures. Bible, there's the Bible here, and the Ramcharita Manasa, and to appoint everybody to review my presentation and state your opinions. You are judges in this research. Focus is on 7 sages. 7 sages are stated here in chart number 50. All right? And focus is on 7 sages. That is entity Ram. He is presenting teachings of his inventions by each sage. So each one of these sages is presenting the inventions by Ram. So we're going through it here now. Brief of chart number 52. We're dealing with this chart here. Okay? I presented many timeline charts previous of how to anchor Siddhantic calendar. Yeah. Siddhantic calendar to CE calendar at 13,500 BCE. I want to draw archaeologists and everyone to chart number 52. That is it there. Hindus went into exile at 0 time. This is the 0 time I'm choosing here, right? Or 13,500 BCE and continued until 12,000 years or 1500 BCE when they returned to India. Okay? It does not mean all left on exile at 0 time and all returned at 12,000 years. You must know that all were appointed as entity Ram, right? Travel to foreign lands and return to India after serving time were continuous. Returnees were given lands and money to construct temples in India. Challenges to date structures this, from chart number 53. I presented 12 structures here in chart number 53. 3, 6, 9, 12. These are 12 structures. The challenge is to date when these structures were built. All right? Challenge is to date structures from chart number 53 from 0 year, starting from 0 year, or 13,500 BC, and confirm or reject anchor points on chart number 52. These are all anchor points. I presented anchor points at the last occasion, but I think I only used 2. But now all of these are anchor points. So you have to try to anchor the Siddhantic calendar to the CE calendar. I must let you know about these timelines on chart number 52. I am not the first person to reveal events from Siddhantic calendar. I am merely exposing history of cannibals hidden by Max Muller and how he stole Hindu history to create a history for cannibals. Literal history of Christians and Catholics were cannibalism. To understand AIT, that is the Aryan invasion theory, cannibals have in their possessions precise time of Hindu history, which means that they have this time. Hindus have no knowledge of time. Cannibals present 1500 BCE this year, right? Aryan invasion. Hindus reject. Cannibals present Aryan invasion, Aryan migration. Hindus reject. Cannibals present a gradual migration. Hindus reject. They still do not have knowledge of time. 1500 BCE. This is the most hotly contested time here, 1500 BC. So you can concentrate on it. Cannibals present a gradual migration. Hindus reject. They still do not have knowledge of time, 1500 BC. So this, we have been pointing on this 1500 BC and the 12,000 years at this time. Okay? Cannibals continue to change events and locations, but are holding on tight to Ace of Trump. So I refer to this as the Ace of Trump, 12,000 years and 1500 BC. Time, 1500 BC. Hindus have no knowledge of time and history of Ramayana. Cannibals refer to Hindu scriptures as mythology, but they hold on to literal history of scriptures, 1500 BC. Many pundits and other Hindus have stated that scriptures are mythology. They have no knowledge of our scriptures. Ramayana is literal history. Let's look into findings of cannibal Max Muller 150 years ago into Ramcharita Manasa. That's this book here. And how our Hindu scholars and pundits have no knowledge of this scripture to this date. I keep repeating to refrain from teaching Ramcharita Manasa if you are not qualified on subject. All right. Now we're going through the timeline here, and this now will give you an idea of what Ramcharita Manasa is all about. Now, Ramcharita Manasa and Bible are Hindu books and are based on a timeline of 14,000 years, chart number 52. So I present the 14,000 years here, okay? From this chart, I will show how authors created a fixed timeline to construct scriptures of 12 buildings. That is chart number 53. That's why. So the authors present a fixed timeline for this 12 structures. So we are going to find out about that. All right? Now, I separate the timeline here. We're dealing with 0 to 4,000 years. That is 13,500 to 9,500 BC. Bible in Ezra and Nehemiah, we're referring to that chapters. Construction of 3 pyramids. No work was done for first 4,000 years. No work. Right? Ramcharita Manasa, same pattern was shown. No work was done on 12 buildings for 4,000 years. Right. 2, that is this timeline here. That's 4,000 to 7,000. 4,000 to 7,000 years. Ezra and Nehemiah present first pyramid Khufu. That is their first pyramid Khufu. And this is a picture of Khufu pyramid. They present a timeline for constructing this pyramid in Egypt, right? And the timeline they present there in Ezra and Nehemiah is 3,000 years. So that is what you will get. Now, this is picture of the 3 pyramids. So this one is making reference to Khufu's pyramid. Okay? Now 2. No, I've finished. 3. 7,000 to 10,000 years. 7,000 to 10,000 years. Okay? All right. Yeah. We're looking at that. Now Ezra and Nehemiah presents first pyramid presents second pyramid Khafre. This is Khafre pyramid here. Completed in 3,000 years. Ramcharita Manasa shows same pattern, but they are constructing 4 buildings of the 12. So that is why I have 4 buildings here. Of 12 were constructed in 3,000 years. 4, we're going to 4. 10,000 to 11,000 years. Ezra and Nehemiah present third pyramid. That is it here, third pyramid. This is this here. Completed in 1,000 years. Ramcharita Manasa shows same pattern, 4 buildings constructed in 1,000 years. I put the 4 buildings here. Now, number 5, the timeline of number 5, presents 11 to 12,000 years. Now, I made mention to this verse in a previous video, but I'll repeat it. Page 797 and verse 7 of Ramcharita Manasa state Ram ruled for 11,000 years. So there where you have it now, that the verse is stating that he ruled for 11,000 years. Now page 804 verse 3, verse state that Ram would rule for another 1,000 years, meaning it coming to the 12,000 years. So you have there a timeline of 12,000 years. Okay? Right. Now, in this within this 12,000 years, the last 100 years is called a horse sacrifice celebration. Now, page 798, verse 8, verse date 100 years. Horse sacrifice. 12,000 years to 1500 BCE. That is what it means. End of literal history of Ramcharita Manasa. Right? Ram left Lanka. Just remember, this is the point where Ram left Lanka to return to Ayodhya, India. Right? So there where you have the literal history of Ram.